Hi everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. Thank you so much for joining me today. I got the paper clay out and the molds and made a few heads, which is really fun. It's not my forte, but it was very, very fun, and they keep getting better. So that's progress, and I'm going to take it. Thank you all that watched Handsome Hubby's video and made comments. It looks like we might be getting a studio tour, which would be great. His studio is just delicious. I do want to do a shout out to some people that have sent cuppas to the village. Maria, Robin, Sandy, Aparna, Debbie, Anya, Janice, Sharon, Michael, Helen, Andrea, Mateo, Marion, and Sue. Also, Judy gave us a bunch of little bottles. I'm so excited to use those. Helen sent some beautiful napkins, and Kalia sent some fun fish. And Kalia has some questions. She sent some distress crayons. She doesn't care for them, so I'm going to use those in something. They are not my favorite as well, but I'm going to use them. And she says where to get a crocodile and what sizes. She calls it a crocodile. That is a common mistake. It is a crop-a-dial. It is used for punching holes and installing eyelets. There are two different kinds, the Big Bite and then probably the original. I don't know. There is a big price difference between the two, and the Big Bite is worth the money. The handheld one takes a lot of pressure. We can check in with Sue about that. It's difficult to have that hand pressure. And the crocodile Big Bite, you just push down on it and job is complete. They are available on Amazon. I can certainly leave a link to that under this video. And it says why Australian things are so costly. Because, another little question here. I don't know. I know it's very expensive to ship to Australia, and things are more expensive in Australia by far. Let's see, small loop things to close the journal. So I assume she's talking about the jump rings that I had on the metal book where I ran the leather through and tied it. So those are called jump rings. I can put that in the links below as well. All right, time to play with paper clay, and thank you for all your support. We do have a class starting on Sunday working in a canvas altered book that we have created. So fun. And on Monday we are starting with the shrine and moving on to a spirit doll, which is how I'm going to be using some of these heads, is on a spirit doll. So I'll keep you posted on that. I will show you the finished project from class. All right. Anything else? I don't think so. All right, see you on the table. Well, here are our fun projects for today. These are some faces, some heads that I'm going to use in some spirit dolls. This one is made from a mold. This is the mold, and I put it on a styrofoam egg. This is a big styrofoam egg. This is a small styrofoam egg. I went ahead and painted her with watercolor pencils and acrylic. So she's all ready for a body. If you do not want to create your own face with the paper clay, you can always use a mold. This is something that I got from Amazon quite a while ago, actually. And I will leave the link under the video in case you want to get a mold. I'm going to use the larger one, the larger mold. Just warming the paper clay up. I can hollow that center out a little bit. That's a tip from Kim, so that it dries a little faster. This is paper clay, which is an air dry product. I'll leave the link to that under the video as well. Make sure I have it really poked down into that nose. Quite a definite nose. Yeah, she's good enough. I'm going to let her dry. All right, we're going to try something. I have an intention. This is some more paper clay. Taking a styrofoam egg, putting some paper clay around that. I'm making another mold, and I'm really pushing it down in there so it's concave. And I'm hoping I can put it on that egg, the styrofoam egg. We'll see. Oh, that might work. I'm going to push her down, get her stuck on that egg. Then I'll come in and fix those cracks with a little paintbrush and some water. So I'll smooth her out the best I can and let her dry. So I made a snake, just rolled it up her head. I'm going to create a neck for her now. Just take a ball, squish it into a log, shape it like a neck. Kind of want a long neck on her. Blend that in. Soften the edges. Bring in a bamboo skewer. I'm going to push it right up into that styrofoam egg for stability. Play with the shape a little bit and let her dry. I'm bringing in a pin. I want her to have a little jewel beside her nose. So I took a straight pin and shoved it in her nose right there. Shoved it right into the styrofoam egg. I'm going to let her dry now. All right, here is the paper mold, paper clay mold that I made in here. This has been on my heat register for about an hour, maybe a little bit more, maybe 2 hours, and it's nice and dry. That can be sanded and painted and things like that. What we're going to do now is make a face from scratch. I have a large styrofoam egg, and I'm going to completely cover it with the paper clay. Now what I want you to know is if I can do this, anybody can do this. I am not good at this at all. I don't pretend to be good at this at all. So I am going to go ahead and bumble through this and maybe you can learn something. Cover the egg with the paper clay and away we go. Okay, here's the delicious face. Now I'm going to make some hair. Her face and head are all done. I'm going to make a neck. I have a couple of straight pins here. These are her earrings. And I'm going to put her on a heat register to dry. She's gorgeous.